Hey, what's going on, fight fans? Coach T the Wild Man coming at you again. CFC Podcast. You know what time it is. We got the man, the one that got it done, the one that said he going to do it. He going to be a professional, and he going to show everybody exactly how he gets down. And that's what he did in Dalton, Georgia, right? He got the knockout first round against Alpha Strout, right? He said, hey, when you see me do what I do, you will exactly see who I am. And that's exactly what he did. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it all down. We're going to find out what's next. So, Bad Harry, what's going on, brother?
Bad combo, man. Bad combination. You know what I'm talking about? You remember what Muhammad Ali said? Don't call him Cassius Clay. Call me Muhammad Ali. So I appreciate if you call me by the name that I somebody introduce myself as. Bad combo, bad combination. And I'm doing great, man. Doing excellent. You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm saying? The situation for my life ain't good, but as far as myself, I'm feeling great and I'm doing good.
Okay, well, hey, I appreciate you coming on then, because hey, life is what it is, man. Life takes you where it goes. So let's start with talking about the fight. So a lot of things done came because of that fight, right? First of all, I'm hearing a lot of rumor that Alpha Strout wants a rematch. A lot of his fans say he was winning the fight, right? Before you got the quote unquote lucky shot. So before we get into that, let's talk about how everything came about. So when y'all got together at the first weigh-ins, what was y'all conversation after the weigh-ins? I heard y'all talking. I couldn't hear everything, but how did that conversation go?
Well, as speaking for myself, I'm very professional. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. I introduced myself. You know what I'm saying? I always love seeing my opponent face to face, knowing that they was brave enough to come in that motherfucking space to see me live. You know what I'm saying? So, shook hands to check his spirit, to check his energy. He was a very respectful man for himself. And then that's when I got the word that he was almost 3 pounds overweight. And he asked me, he was like, hey, is that an issue? Is that a problem? And I was like, man, look, we main event, and ain't no weight gonna stop me from doing my work. You know what I'm saying? It's what I came to do. I'm a martial artist first. At the end of the day, you know what I'm talking about. So I told him it was cool, and we gonna talk about the percentage on how much I'm gonna get off of that because it seemed like he didn't want to get that weight off, so he about to get that check off. You know what I'm saying?
So I had an interview with both of y'all, right? He was saying that he was a professional too. So he knew he had a fight coming up. He had time to get right, and he was 3 pounds over. He didn't want to try to cut. He had time. He didn't want to try to cut.
Man, they told me that he still had an hour to try to get that couple of them pounds down, and he could have stripped. The commissioner himself who was doing the weigh-ins, he was like, hey, he got on the scale with whatever he had on. I wasn't there when he stepped on the scale,
Yeah.
and he was like, yeah, he was 157.8, but the dude was like he might have been 157.2 if he would have took his clothes off. So in my head, I'm like, oh, he wasn't even trying to, somebody make an attempt or effort to even look good on the weigh-ins. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
So
got you.
that's a lot.
Okay. But like I said, but as far as you're concerned, the fight was still a go. You ain't feel no kind of way about the situation. It is what it is.
It is what it is. I'm a martial artist first.
I know that's right. So, but like I said, I'm not saying that's a sign of weakness. I'm not saying that he didn't put his all into the game, but you you finish how you start. You know what I'm saying? So if you start off in a bad situation, you can also end in a bad situation. So he
Yes,
started
sir.
missing weight. That means it put everything else. This is me as Coach D talking. It puts
You know it.
everything into a suspect realm, right? Because
Exactly.
if you're a pro fighter, two things you got to do: make weight and show up, right? He couldn't make weight. He did show up, which we appreciate. He was the main event, but he represents the top of the card. That means everybody's looking at him as a leader because you're the
That's right.
main event. You ain't the prelims. You ain't the early prelims. You the main event. That means we buying tickets to see you. So that's the conversation we'll have for another day. But okay, let's continue. So now the weight went. Y'all did it again. Y'all shook hands. Y'all said you're gonna make the fight happen. What was in your mindset after that?
was in my mindset was just, ooh wee, pay me, cause you know what I'm talking about, like, you know what I'm saying. Like I said again, you know what I'm saying, with what I got going on and going through right now up into the fight, you know what I'm saying, was a lot. So I just looked at it like it was a little extra icing on top of my lemon pound cake. You feel me?
Yeah.
I just like, hey, give me that. You know what I'm saying? I'm already gonna get a good little something just to show up, and then you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna get something for, you know, finishing the fight, knocking them out. You know what I'm saying? Because I knew I was gonna win. In the midst of us talking about it, you know what I'm saying, when it came to like the percentages and stuff like that, you know, he was like asking me, and this is where the mindset on what you speak into existence. You know, him and his team was like very adamant about like the percentage on how much we was going to agree upon due to his almost 3 pounds above weight, and they was like, excuse me, they was like, yeah, do you want that percentage from the fight, from the show up purse and the win purse, or just the show purse? And I'm like, man, we just gonna go ahead and get a percentage off your show purse, cause you not, in my head, I ain't say this to him, you know, they
Yeah.
ain't want to scare him, you know what I'm saying, cause my spirit was already on flame right now.
Yeah.
So and I want to make it easy for him to accept the fight, cause I ain't want him to pull out because I was probably trying to penny pinch, take everything out of his pocket, cause
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, you know,
Hmm.
we don't want to fight for free.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, we can just get a percentage out of your show purse,
Yeah.
because in my head I already know you ain't winning, so we ain't about to calculate that. We ain't about to worry about that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what was in my head. And then I was kind of irritated that you ain't make weight. You trying to be a little bit, you know, you trying to get as much little advantage as you can, as you should, because I got a lot of experience. I'm well rounded.
Yeah.
I'm really bad combo, bad combination. Don't play around with me in any situation. So, you know, he did what he had to do, and that's what he had to do, but it didn't go through. I wasn't really thinking about much, man. I wasn't worried about that. I train for this. I teach my class and my clients and my students to prepare for life. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So out there in the world, if a man is 3 pounds out for strike, or 10 pounds, or 100 pounds above you, you can't look at that and be like, oh, I can't fight him, or I can't utilize these skills and knowledge that I use to learn how to defend myself. So me, as the leader of Bad Combination, the nation builders, uh, I had to still showcase that this is not a advantage or disadvantage. This
Hmm.
is just another example on how you got to carry on through life. Ain't nothing gonna be equal, ain't nothing gonna be fair, but it's all about what you do with it.